coming from the body, traveling through the vena cava. Now for our first rule, whenever we're doing blood circulation through the heart, if we leave a chamber, we pass through a valve. So this blood coming from the body to the right atria, it's going to enter the right ventricle, and it's going to pass through a valve. Do that. And this valve is called the bicuspid valve. Oh, wait, no, sorry, tricuspid valve. It's going to travel through the tricuspid valve. And then it's going to leave the right ventricle. Anytime we leave a chamber, we go through a valve. So this valve that it travels through, this is the pulmonary valve. So it leaves the chamber, it goes through a pulmonary valve, and this blood is going to go to the lungs. And it's going to travel through pulmonary arteries. So here's two more of our rules. Arteries take blood away from the heart. And then veins take blood to the heart. So I always just used to remember that it's arteries away. They both have A's. And veins go to the heart. So if you make a V with your fingers, you're holding up two fingers. So veins go to the heart. Okay. And then what happens to blood when it's in the lungs? It picks up oxygen. So oxygenated, anytime blood's oxygenated, it's red. So it's going to enter the left atria. It's coming from the lungs. And it's traveling through pulmonary veins. And veins take blood to the heart. And it's going to go into the left ventricle. And because it's leaving the left atria, because it's leaving a chamber, it has to go through a valve. And this valve is the bicuspid. But it's also called the mitral valve. So you'll hear people say they got a mitral valve replacement. They got their bicuspid valve replaced. To remember the difference between tricuspid and bicuspid, I just say that we always try to be right. So tricuspid, we try to be right. Okay. Then it's going to leave our left ventricle. Because it's leaving a chamber, it's going to travel through a valve. This valve is the aortic valve. And this blood is going to the body, and it travels through the aorta. So these two valves that blood has to travel through to leave the ventricles, their names are easier to remember because pulmonary valve, it goes through pulmonary arteries. aortic valve is going into the aorta. So those make more sense. It says two body. And the aorta.